Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are all doing great. Today I'm going to start a brand new series on building an enterprise Playwright BDD framework from scratch using Playwright, TypeScript, and Cucumber. And this is not going to be a simple automation framework where we create a few page objects and execute a couple of test cases. Instead, we are going to build a framework that is scalable, maintainable, and reusable. Okay. Okay, so before we begin, there are only two prerequisites for this series. One is you should know the basics of Playwright and you should know the basics of Cucumber BDD. Okay, so I hope you know that. If not, I have created a series in my, in this YouTube channel. You can check them out. Okay, okay, so let's get started. We'll understand what framework is. Okay, so framework is not just a collection of test scripts. Okay, so framework is definitely not a collection of test scripts. A good automation framework should be it should be easy to understand, easy to use, easy to maintain. Then it should be scalable as the project grows and reusable across multiple test scenarios and configurable for different environments. And it should be well structured so that new team members can understand it easily or quickly. Okay. Okay. And as the automation project grows from few test cases to hundreds or even thousands, a proper framework becomes extremely important. Okay. So without a good framework, it will be very difficult. Code duplication increases and project will become hard to manage. Okay. So we are going to solve that problem in this series. Okay. Okay. So some of the concepts we will cover in this series are, so I will explain the framework architecture, page object model, base design, object oriented programming concepts, constructors and inheritance, custom world in Cucumber, service layer architecture, hooks and fixtures, environment management, configuration management, test data management, utilities and helpers, interfaces and type safety, constant management, logging, reporting, API integration, data driven testing, parallel execution, CI CD concepts, and some of the best world best practices. Okay. Okay, so we are going to see and implement all these things. Okay. Okay, so to demonstrate all this, we are going to use a real application called OrangeHRM. Okay, so we are going to use this application. This is a human resource management system. Okay, so the reason I chose this application is because it contains multiple modules and real business workflows. That is perfect for our automation framework design. So some of the modules available in this applications are login and authentication, employee management, user administration, leave management, recruitment and dashboard, search, filler functionality, and file upload features. Okay, so it has multiple modules. Okay. Okay, and using these modules, we can actually create realistic automation scenarios and demonstrate enterprise level automation framework concept. Okay. Okay, so in this video, today's goal is not to implement automation. Okay, so instead, so what we will do is we will create the complete framework skeleton. Okay, so we will design the folder structures, create all major components, and understand the responsibility of each folder at high level. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the project I'm going to use, Orange HRM Playwright BDD Framework. Okay, so just create a folder in any of the location and just bring it, add it. Okay, so using add folder to workplace. Okay, so then you need to execute these commands. Okay, so npm init -y, and okay, so these things I'll leave it in the comment section. So execute these commands. Okay, so once everything is ready, so our framework, we will start building the framework. Okay. Okay, so the structure is, first we will create a features folder. Okay, right click folder, the first folder is features. Okay, next is src. Now we are going to create multiple folders inside src. First one is config. So I'll explain each and every one of them in the next video. Next is pages. then services, services, then step definitions, next hooks, then world, then fixtures, fixtures. Spelling is wrong. I'll rename. Then utils, then helpers, then interfaces, then constants, then API. So this application, we don't have APIs, but I'll still create a folder. Then logger, then data. So these are all the folders goes inside SRC. Then in the main project folder, we'll create reports. Then screenshots, then cucumber.js file. This is a file, cucumber.js. Then we have config file, then .env file, .env, env, then .env.dev. So we need all of them. I'll explain why. .env.dev. Okay. Then .env.qa, then .env.stage, then prod. .env.stage, then .env.prod. So this is the folder structure, env.stage. Okay, so I'll delete this and I'll create one more time. .env.stage. Dot stage. Okay, so this is the folder structure. So in the next video, we will see what goes inside each folder. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. There is a lot to learn. We will continue in the next video. Thank you so much.